And so many of us are working from home right now, either part of the time or all the time. So how do you keep up with your coworkers? How do you keep that team spirit, that morale when you're social distancing? Well, joining me now to talk about the changing culture in the workplace is Joel Patterson, who is a workplace culture expert with the Vested Group. I want to say good morning to you, Joel, because this is a topic that a lot of people are having to deal with. What are the biggest obstacles to workplace morale when you've got to work separately?
Good morning, Mark. There's a lot of obstacles that obviously come into play here, and the main one is making sure people feel engaged. You know, people get a sense of isolation when they're working from home and they're in the same place, sitting in the same place doing their work as when they are watching a movie at night. And so you have to kind of go above and beyond what you would normally do to keep those people engaged and really interested in what they've got to do day to day. And I'll give you a great example. What the segment that was just on a couple of minutes ago with you and your son, and getting to see the background and getting to see everything going on there, that is a perfect way to keep people engaged, because it gives a different sense of who that person is and what they normally get to experience from the office.
So you're saying the biggest tip is have your kids crash all your Zooms.
It does not hurt. It does not hurt.
But I know that, you know, as people, we are wired for community, and virtual community is better than no community, but still there are some obstacles as well, right?
Sure. Yeah. And the good thing is that this creates some opportunity for you. So what we do specifically is we take what we call their emotional set point. So we're doing a survey every other week, and just to try to see where people are on a 1 to 10 kind of scale. That allows us to learn things just about every time. And what we've learned recently is that, yeah, people are starting to feel like they're going to come back to work soon, but that creates different stresses that weren't there before, like what's going to happen with their home, what's going to go on with their kids, their pets. You know, people keep talking about what's going on with their cats and dogs because they've gotten used to having them around, or if they've got at-risk parents at home. That creates a concern as well. And the last thing that we want to do is create more stress or more hardship for people as they return to work soon. But you've got to make sure you continue to check in on people. That means one-to-one kind of communication. You can't just do the broad one every single time. You need to give people an outlet to return some feedback to you so that you really get a sense of what's going on. And then also make sure that you're having some fun. I'm sure people have heard about doing happy hours and things like that, but if you can also do things like what I was just saying a minute ago, get to know what's going on at people's homes, maybe like an MTV Cribs kind of review. I'll give you a quick example. We have a guy that works here that is a developer, and kind of that stereotypical developer, and a little bit of an introvert. And not that long ago, on a call, a bunny popped by. Nobody in a million years would have thought that he had a bunny, but yet that opens up the door to kind of get a feel for what he's like outside of what's going on every single day at the office.
MTV Cribs, Dallas-Fort Worth style. I like the pitch.
There you go.
So my wife has worked virtually for a number of years, and I've always marveled at how well she's able to do it, because there are so many distractions at home that are very easy to get in the way of you getting your work done. How important is it to be disciplined about A, your job, but also B, about just making sure that you are maintaining your mental health?
It's obviously important, but I also think that sometimes you can take that to an extreme. You know, the reality is we all have those distractions. There's no way you're going to be focused 100% of the time, because you've got kids in the background, you've got pets, you've got the cable guy showing up. You've got to recognize that. Set aside time throughout the day to make sure that you have no distractions, close a door or whatever it takes. But the reality is, you know, we've got people here as well where they've got kids that are going to be running around and demanding attention during the day, and that's okay. You know, 6 months ago, if somebody had said they were taking a call next to the pool because it was nice outside, you would have been, I don't think that's a good idea. But these days, it's more important to recognize where are you most comfortable, where can you be most effective, and understand that sometimes that's not where it has been traditionally.
Well, it feels like this kind of work from home dynamic is going to be here to stay for quite a while. I appreciate your perspective. Thank you, Joel.
Thank you, Mark. Have a good day.